Hey there, it's Andrew Campanella, president of School Choice Week and author of the School Choice Roadmap, 7 Steps to Finding the Right School for Your Child. Because of this pandemic, we are hearing a lot of terms related to education that we otherwise might not have heard as much about. And today I want to talk about what they mean and the differences between and among them. And these terms are remote learning, online schooling, and homeschooling. A lot of folks in the media are using those three terms, remote learning, online schooling, and homeschooling, interchangeably. But the reality is there are huge differences between them. And it's important for families to understand those differences because as you make choices for your child's education this school year, you need to know what they mean. If you've enrolled your child or have your child enrolled in a bricks and mortar school where they usually would have gone to school every day and sat in classes with their classmates, and that school, because of the pandemic, is not able to reopen or did not reopen, and instead they've set up online classes, things like Zoom sessions, WebEx, packets sent home, things like that. That is remote learning. And it was established in an emergency, the pandemic. And so schools and teachers, districts didn't have much time to set up these remote learning platforms. And a lot of families weren't entirely thrilled with them. That's what emergency remote or crisis remote learning is. And if you are in that situation right now, where your child is taking these virtual classes through your child's current school, that's what you're going through, remote learning. There's nothing else you need to do aside from following the instructions from the school your child is enrolled in. Now, online schooling. Online schooling is a completely different thing from crisis remote learning, and it's also different from homeschooling. In more than 30 states across the country, there are schools that are fully online. They are called online public schools. They are tuition free. They must accept every child who enrolls, including children with IEPs, as long as there's availability in the school. In many cases, these schools provide computers, laptops, iPads, and internet access to families. So all the technology that your child would need to actually log in and connect to get an education. These schools are staffed by certified, qualified teachers, and they have perfected the art of delivering education online in a way that doesn't require kids to sit in front of a computer screen for 8 hours a day. It's more of a flexible learning, learn at your own pace, and there is opportunity for kids to interact with their classmates online, as well as spend one-on-one time either on the phone or on video chat with their teachers. If you want this type of learning for your child, you actually need to officially enroll your child in an online public school. There are seats available in many states across the country still in these full-time online schools, but you should check our guide to online learning out and see if those seats are available in your state. Let's talk about homeschooling. Everybody thinks that what they're doing now is homeschooling because so many kids are learning at home. And so yes, it's true. Many kids are doing things that they ordinarily would have done in school at home. But homeschooling itself is actually a legal, technical, and policy term. What homeschooling means is that you as a parent have officially unenrolled your child from any other school, a bricks and mortar school, whether it's a public, charter, magnet, or private school. And you have decided as a parent that you want to take over the education of your child. You develop your child's lesson plans. You deliver the instruction. You identify online classes or tutorials or open courses that they can take. You work to make sure you're complying with state guidelines for things like assessments and the types of curriculum that needs to be taught. You are completely and totally in charge. Usually in many states, this requires parents to file what's called a notice of intent. Let a school district or a state know that you intend to homeschool your child so that they don't have to think that you're just not showing up to the school you had already been enrolled in. Check our website, schoolchoiceweek.com, go to the guide to homeschooling and find out what your state's homeschooling requirements are, because you don't want to miss deadlines and you don't want to mess up this notice of intent process. You also want to make sure that you look at all the requirements for homeschooling in your state and that you meet them. So there you have it. That is the difference between crisis remote learning, full-time online schooling, and homeschooling. This is an incredibly difficult school year for families all across this country. I want you to all give yourselves a bit of a break. Remember, we are all in this together. And parents, if you can encourage your kids to find something that they are interested in and curious about and learn as much about that topic or that subject as possible, you can help increase learning during a year where too many families are worried that their kids will fall behind. So with that, I want to thank you for watching. Please click the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check out our website at schoolchoiceweek.com for more information.